Hello and welcome back to AskTinaK. I got an email in from a girl who says she's going out with this lovely guy, really nice. She's been going out with him for 4 months now. And he's good looking, he's got a great job, nice apartment, everything is rosy in the garden, except for one thing, and that is he has a dog. And she said he's not very nice to this dog. He tends to lose his temper with it. And a couple of times she's been worried for the dog. But she just says, she's not a dog owner herself. So she's just wondering, is this kind of normal? Do people get fed up with their animals, from time to time? Do they lose their rag? Or is it something that she should be worried about? Well, somebody who loses their temper on a regular basis with, an animal who can't speak back is not a great person to be with. He may have all the other things in the world that you want, like, the nice apartment, the good job, the money, the this, that, and the other, the looks. But if he's cruel to an animal that can't talk back, this is a very bad trait in somebody. And don't forget, in time to come, if he's willing to do that to his dog, who is supposed to be a man's best friend and his most loyal companion, will never whinge or bitch about him behind his back, then if you put your foot out of place, there will come a time when you might just see that backlash coming at you. If he doesn't want the dog, if he doesn't like the dog, then leave it into a shelter. I think the cruelest thing people can do is hold on to an animal that they don't want and treat it badly. There is no excuse for that whatsoever. You have got to be kind to animals. And anyone, I don't mind people who have no interest in animals. That's fine. They don't have them. End of story. But people who have them and are cruel to them, there's a special place in hell for them as far as I'm concerned. I have no time for anyone like that. If he doesn't like the dog, leave it into a shelter. Find it another good home where the dog can be happy. I don't think the dog will miss him very much. He might say, he'll pine for me. If he's treating him like that, no, he won't pine for him. He'll be probably bloody delighted to escape from him. But I'd just watch that. And I would, if you are at the beginning of your relationship and you're both getting on so well, I would just say to him, listen, you don't seem that keen on the dog. Why don't you give it to somebody who can love it, who would love it, or who, leave it into a shelter where it can have a home where you can be free without any of, the irritation, and just see what he says. It could be that he's keeping that dog as something to shriek at when he's in a rage, and that's a really frightening possibility. If that's all he's using the dog for, if he's not giving it any love and affection and he's just using it to be vile and horrible too, well, that is only a step away from him being vile and horrible to you too when the time comes. So I always watch how people treat animals. And if they treat them badly or are totally dismissive, I don't mind if they don't want anything to do with them, that's fine. But if they get away, no, this is not a good sign. And that is not somebody I could have in my sphere. Not at all. I wouldn't like that. So just see what he says about that. If you can get him to find it another home, that would be great. Because I think, he's had enough of it. I don't know why he got it in the first place. Is he another one of these, COVID dogs where people, because they were bored out of their tree, got something they thought was going to be company and then got tired of it? That is very, very cruel. That is nasty. You don't get a living thing with a heartbeat just to fulfill, your boredom. Before you get a dog, you have to remember you have vet bills. You have to feed it good food, not trash, because it's not good for the dog. And you've got to walk it. You've got to spend time, loving time with it, not shove it in a cage in the corner of the kitchen or something like that. So unless you are willing to spend time and effort, it is a part of the family. It's something that's living and breathing. So you can't just, push it to one side and, I'm not interested anymore. Great. If he's not interested, help him to leave it into one of the shelters where, it will get a loving home where somebody really wants it. So anyway, that's my advice to you. You be very careful, because you're getting a little inkling. When somebody is at the beginning of a relationship, they're usually on their very best behavior. They want everything to seem rosy in the garden. But if he's not even bothering to make you think he's a really kind, nice guy, I love animals and little children, well then, you be very careful and just don't dig yourself in too deeply, because those relationships are very easy to get into and very difficult to get out of. Anyway, see if you can get him to relinquish the dog to somebody who will love it. And just don't go rushing in too much, because people like that as well can, a bit of coercive control. Next thing, you might find you're the one that's being controlled by him, not the dog. So anyway, I hope that's of some help. It would worry me. Maybe it doesn't worry you, but I think the mere fact that you've written in means you are worried. Even though you don't own a dog, you know what's right and wrong, and this is wrong. So see what you can do on that. You'd be doing the dog a favor, you'd be doing him a favor, and who knows, if you escape from him eventually, you might be doing yourself a favor. However, maybe, with the dog gone, he would be the nicest guy in the world. Who knows until the dog goes? But I would certainly be looking to get it a loving, good home. Anyway, I hope that's of some help to you. And if you like this, please like, subscribe and share. And also I will be posting this on Facebook and Instagram. Till next time, thanks for watching.